So, what if I told you that a story you saw on social media about a tech company's supposed death was completely and utterly wrong? And what if that one story actually revealed a much bigger, much more high-stakes game being played with AI? A game that stretches all the way to the Pentagon? Well, that's the rabbit hole we are jumping down today. It all kicked off with this one post. A development lead just announces that his company is ditching Cursor, the AI tool that helps developers code faster. And in a flash, X, what we used to call Twitter, is just flooded with stories just like it. A narrative took hold, and wow, it was brutal. Cursor was finished. Done. The verdict from the tech world seemed pretty final. But then, this number dropped. $2 billion, with a B. That's Cursor's annual revenue, as reported by Bloomberg. You see, far from dying, the company was absolutely exploding, and it seems like almost no one on social media had any clue. And this, right here, is the core of the mystery. On one side, you've got the social media echo chamber declaring the platform totally dead. And on the other, you have the financial reality. Their revenue had just doubled in 3 months. So how can both of these things possibly be true at the same time? Well, the answer lies in this huge disconnect between the early adopter tech bubble and, well, the rest of the world. While the folks on X were loudly jumping to the next shiny new thing, these massive enterprise corporations were just getting started. Adoption in that world is, as venture capitalist Didi Dots puts it, glacial. And you know what? That's where the real money is. But look, this story isn't just about one company. It's really a sign of something much, much bigger happening across the entire AI landscape. This isn't some winner-take-all fight. The whole pie is getting bigger, and it's happening faster than anyone expected. We're really at a turning point. These tools, they're no longer just Silicon Valley hype. They're becoming as fundamental to doing business as the cloud or the internet itself. They are infrastructure, and the market for that new infrastructure is absolutely on fire.
And you can see the evidence for this everywhere. I mean, when Anthropic's AI model Claude recently crashed, it wasn't because of some failure. No, it was just overwhelmed by what the company called unprecedented demand. But this incredible growth wasn't just organic. Something else happened. Something big.
Over a single weekend, ChatGPT experienced what you could only call a user revolt. Uninstalls tripled. One-star reviews skyrocketed by nearly 900%. Downloads in the US just cratered. This wasn't some slow decline. This was a mass exodus. And where did all those fleeing users go? Yep, straight to the competition. In that exact same 2-day window, downloads for Claude absolutely exploded, launching it to #1 in the App Store. This was a true market shockwave. So what on earth could possibly trigger such a massive, sudden shift? I mean, a change this big doesn't just happen. And the answer isn't in Silicon Valley. It's in Washington, D.C. This is the moment a tech industry debate spills over and becomes a full-blown political crisis, dragging the Department of Defense right into the center of the whole thing. Okay, so here's how it all went down. It started when a dispute between the Pentagon and Claude's creators, Anthropic, went public. That news immediately triggered a huge backlash against their rival, OpenAI, over its own defense contract. The pressure got so intense that OpenAI CEO Sam Altman was actually forced to publicly revise the contract, and the political fallout just began to cascade through Washington. And the new contract had some really stunning specifics. OpenAI was now explicitly prohibited from allowing its AI to be used for the domestic surveillance of U.S. citizens. Its use was banned for intelligence agencies like the NSA. And get this, they even had to promise their rival, Anthropic, the exact same protective terms. But the damage was done. The White House sent a very clear message. The Treasury, State, and Health and Human Services departments all pulled their contracts with Claude in response. As Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent put it, quote, "No private company will ever dictate the terms of our national security." So with the executive branch making such a dramatic move, Congress was pretty much forced to respond. And this turned this niche tech dispute into a scramble to create AI policy on the fly. A new bill was immediately fast-tracked, one that's designed to protect tech companies that, like Anthropic, try to place responsible limits on their AI. The whole goal? To prevent government agencies from retaliating against them and to protect U.S. citizens from high-risk applications of the technology. And just like that, the internal arguments that used to happen between AI founders have now become a live, high-stakes political battle shaping national policy in real time. It's wild.
So, what does all of this mean for the future? Well, as the lines between technology and politics get completely blurry, a new mystery suggests the line between reality and marketing is blurring right along with it.
Let's take a look at a really strange series of events surrounding one of AI's biggest players and a potential new device that may or may not actually exist. It all started with a leaked video. It was supposedly a canceled OpenAI Super Bowl ad, and it featured the actor Alexander Skarsgård using this mysterious metallic puck. So, of course, OpenAI denied everything. But then, the co-founder of Airbnb was spotted in public with the exact same device. The leading theory? It's a brilliant marketing stunt. Deny its existence, let the public discover it, and build up massive curiosity.
Which brings us right back to where we started, right? This growing gap between the narrative we see and the reality that's actually happening. As AI becomes more powerful and more central to our world, we have to constantly ask ourselves, are we seeing the next great technological leap, or are we just being sold a really, really good story?